Hello kids, and once again good morning to all of you who are currently watching this video. This is lecture number 2 of life process from standard 10. In our previous lecture we have successfully discussed about different types of life processes. Clear? So in this lecture we will continue from nutrition in animals. So first we have to understand that what do you mean by nutrition. So first we have to understand that what do you mean by nutrition. Nutrition means the mode of taking food is called nutrition. It means how and what type of food you are eating. That method, that mode of taking food is known as your nutrition. So there are two types of nutrition. One is your autotrophic nutrition. Next one is your heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition means organisms prepare their own food. Autotrophic means auto means itself, own self. In case of green plants, as they have a chlorophyll pigments so that they can prepare their own food. So that type of nutrition is known as autotrophic mode of nutrition, and green plants are known as autotrophs. Clear? Then come to heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In this type of mode, the organisms depends upon other organisms for their food because they have no tendency to photosynthesize because they have no chlorophyll pigments. Example, human and all other animals who are living around you. So they don't have any chlorophyll, so that they cannot prepare their own food. So that's why they have to depend upon green plants and other animals for their food. Clear? So let us talk about heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And as you can see that heterotrophic mode of nutrition also classified into saprophytic, parasitic, holozoic and symbiotic. So let us discuss one by one. Saprophytic mode of nutrition means the saprophytes derive food from dead plants and animals. Those organisms who are belonging under saprophytic mode of nutrition, they are known as saprophytes. Example like your mushroom. Clear? Mushroom derives his food from dead plants or dead animals. So that is known as saprophytic mode of nutrition. Then come to parasitic. In this, parasites derive food from other living organisms. Parasites means the organisms who depends upon food. They live on other living organisms. They are known as parasites. So such type of nutritional mode is known as your parasitic mode of nutrition. In case of human beings, your mosquito is one parasite. So that type of nutritional mode is known as your parasitic mode of nutrition. Then come to holozoic mode of nutrition. In this case, organisms take complex organic foods, means a complex organic food. Human and other forest animal, they are the beautiful examples of a holozoic mode of nutrition. Clear? Because they are quite taking very complex form of a food, and in this mode of nutrition their food digests into 5. Their digestive system is compressed into 5 different segments. Their digestive system has been comprised into 5 different segments. Number 1 is what? Your ingestion. Number 2, digestion. Number 3, absorption. Number 4, assimilation, and then after egestion. So when we will discuss about digestion, then one by one at that time we will go through all these points. So for now just skip it. Then symbiotic mode of nutrition. In this type of nutrition, living of 2 different organisms means when 2 different organisms depend upon each other for food and shelter, that type of nutritional mode is known as your symbiotic mode of nutrition. In case of lichen, you will see that both algae and fungi live together, where fungi provides shelter and algae provides or algae can synthesize food. So in this type of a nutrition, that is called symbiotic mode of nutrition. Clear? So then come to autotrophic nutrition in plants. As you know that plant leaves contains a green color pigment that is called chlorophyll. So that plant have the tendency to prepare food. So preparation of a carbohydrated food in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, water and carbon dioxide is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, so what does it mean? Photosynthesis has been came from two words. One is photo, next one is synthesis. Photo means sunlight and synthesis means combining, joining together. So in this process, in the presence of sunlight, 6 carbon dioxide molecules combines with 12 water molecules in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It produces glucose, that is C6H12 and O6 with 6 water molecules and 6 oxygen molecules released into the atmosphere. Just for your knowledge only, as you know that sunlight is white or yellow in color and it is made of 7 vibrant colors. This is called VIBGYOR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Out of all the 7 colors, red color is quite effective for photosynthesis. Done. So then come to site of photosynthesis. See, leaves are the proper sites of photosynthesis. Leaves are the proper site of photosynthesis because leaf contains mesophyll cells and that mesophyll cells have chlorophyll pigments, so that they can able to synthesize, these chlorophyll pigments can able to synthesize food in the presence of sunlight. So total photosynthesis process has been divided into 2 segments. One is your dark reaction and next segment is your light reaction. Light reaction is completely depends upon light, where dark reaction starts just after the light reaction. Light reaction depends upon light, but dark reaction doesn't depend upon light. So first light reaction starts, then after the light reaction your dark reaction starts. As you know that light reaction is started from the grana of plastid. Plastid, have you seen plastid? So plastid have some sack of a coin like structure. You will see that pile of coins are arranged like this. Pile of coins, that part is called a grana. So in that part light reaction continue and the space inside the plastic has a liquid. That liquid is called stroma. And the dark reaction is running within that stroma or the liquid part inside the plastid. Clear? Then come to the raw materials you will need for photosynthesis. As you know that raw materials like water we get from the soil, and root is responsible for uptaking of water. Carbon dioxide is available in the atmosphere, and stomata, one very small tiny pore that is present on the surface of leaf. Through these pore, carbon dioxide gases absorbed from the atmosphere. Then minerals, that is also available in the soil, and the root carries those minerals. Then light will provided by the sun, and also leaf is the side where sunlight falls and responsible for the continuation of photosynthesis process. Clear? So hopefully you will clear up this, and in our next class we will discuss about stomata and a light reaction. So till then, have a happy learning and bye.